So it appears that the Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer will be a pay-to-win model. Let's talk about it right here on The Dose, episode 126. So yesterday I posted a video talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2, the multiplayer beta that I got to play, my experiences with it, and I was fairly positive. I was like, I can't wait to play the full version of the game, the $60 version of the game. I'm gonna, you guys know in that video I had a broken controller, so that obviously affected my experience. But overall, I had a really good time playing it. And I kind of expected when I hit the comments yesterday for everybody to kind of be, you know, for the most part, yeah, we had a good time too. But that wasn't the case. The first comment that chimed in was my boy PB Gent. He said, I saw a few videos discussing this game, and from what I took from them is that the leveling is heavily reliant on loot crates. Now look, guys, I didn't even bring up loot crates. I don't believe in yesterday's video. And if I did, I just kind of glanced over them because I saw the loot crates. They're right there on the freaking main menu, right? But I just thought that the loot crates were the typical cosmetic, you know, emotes and stuff like that, which your boy Exonovic could care less about. I don't care what my character's wearing on the game, in the game. I could care less if I dance. That stuff, none of that stuff appeals to me at all, right? So I was like, if that's all that the loot crate system is going to be, who cares, right? It's not going to affect me, not one bit. But then another comment hit. The Last Dab said this: my biggest problem is the pay to win model. I bought Star Wars Battlefront a few weeks ago as a complete bundle, and it is amazing. And still, this game looks amazing. But for Star Wars Battlefront 2, I will have to think twice. Now you have to imagine, I'm coming back and forth to my video reading comments while I'm also researching this topic. I'm watching videos from Angry Joe. I watched one from Total Biscuit. I'll link both of these videos below, and I'm assuming that a lot of you guys have already watched these videos because these guys have tons of subscribers. So I'm not going to go through everything they went through, but I will bring up a couple of points. I've also got an article here that I'm going to read you a couple things as well when it comes to the progression system. So in Angry Joe's video, he and a friend were playing the game at the same time, same match, okay? And after you get through a match, you're given credits. It's like the in-game currency, right? Now what's crazy is that Angry Joe ended up getting about 8 kills in this match, but his friend got like 38 kills. Now, the credits that you get at the end of the match, like I said, the in-game currency, they're supposed to be based on your performance during the match. But as it turns out, both of these guys got the same amount of credits. So it's just like Destiny. It's the one thing I can't stand about Destiny when I go into Crucible, right? I could be a dominant player and at the end of it could walk out with no rewards. And then the guy or girl who did the worst on the team, or I guess the worst for both teams, right, could walk away with a legendary weapon. You see what I'm getting at, right? Like, it makes no sense. Like, your skill should have to improve for you to be rewarded in these games. Let me read you guys some bullet points off a website right here. It says, Star Wars Battlefront 2 progression and customization system. Bullet point number 1. This is what we just talked about. Every match completed will earn you XP and credits based on your performance. But we just saw that that's not the way that it actually is, correct? Second bullet point, XP increases your player level and credits can be spent to buy loot crates. Third bullet point, loot crates have a semi-random assortment of contents including star cards, which we're going to talk about that in a second, crafting materials, talk about that in a second as well, and credits to buy more crates. More customization and progression is done by collecting and upgrading star cards. You'll also be able to customize individual weapons and vehicles. Now here's the kicker right here. The main way to get crates is to buy them with earned credits. Think about that. But if the earned credits you get from multiplayer is random, meaning it doesn't matter how well you do or not, what's to stop me from just, like, I don't know, going in and getting a couple kills like Angry Joe did? Like I said, he only got 8 kills in the test they ran, and bam, he walked away with just as many credits as the guy who went there and mudstomped everybody. You know what I mean? Now that could be a beta thing. Maybe they fix that when we get into the actual game, but man, we're only like a month away from this game coming out, right? Like, surely there's not too much else they can change. So if it is that way, if they don't change it, that sucks. But even if they do change it, we still got problems. So let me finish this sentence. but they can also be awarded as a login bonus or through other means. Then the next bullet point is, yes, those quote unquote other means will probably include microtransactions at some point. So let's keep going. Each class will have 4 star card slots, 3 that modify or replace your base abilities, and 1 that provides an overall passive bonus. Heroes also have 2 star card slots that modify their standard abilities, so if you see Rey or Darth Maul, you'll always know roughly what they're capable of. Here's what I want us to focus on right here, guys. Star cards come in color-coded rarity variations: common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. The rarer the card, the more powerful its effects. Legendary cards even add an extra modifier, such as reducing damage received for a heavy class's machine gun toting sentry mode. Now these last 3, guys, after everything we've just talked about, all the bullet points we just went over, these are the ones that really have me super upset. Crafting is used to upgrade star cards. Spending materials will let you bump cards up from common to uncommon and so on, with the price increasing each time. However, you won't be able to upgrade a card from epic into legendary. You'll just have to hope for a good loot box pull to get the best cards in the game. Now, after reading all that, if you can't picture the problem with all of this, your boy Xonovic's gonna break it down for you, right? So let's say we all get the game on day 1, we all spend $60 cold hard cash. And I decide that I'm gonna swipe my fantastic plastic and get me a ton of credits and get me a ton of crates. You see what I'm saying? Using the microtransactions, buy my way in, pay to win. And all I need is a couple of good star cards to drop. Or maybe I go through enough loot crates to get me enough of those crafty components to upgrade some of my star cards. And the next thing you know, I'm walking into these multiplayer maps with you. You're trying to play the game legit, and I am absolutely mud stomping you because I have modifiers such as 50% damage reduction, 75% damage reduction, 100% damage reduction. So I'm walking through there like a tank, and you're shooting me. You may even outplay me, but you won't kill me. You see what I'm getting at, right? And then if you try to play the game legit, you're just going to be sitting there in some crazy, obnoxious, tedious, mind-numbing grind, hoping that you get a drop. Like this is 50 times worse than Destiny 2 will ever be. And you guys know I walked away from Destiny, and that was one of the reasons. I don't like this whole, I got to play a lottery when I play a video game. And I definitely don't want to be killed by somebody, potentially one of you. If you decide to use microtransactions and I'm in the game with you, I don't want to be killed by you. I want to know that you kill me because you had more skill than me, not because you're just a walking tank. You know what I mean? Or you have star cards that are higher than mine because I'm just starting out and you decided to spend some cash. And that's exactly what this is. And what's going to end up happening, I feel like, especially if you're on the fence about microtransactions and you're playing this game, you're going to get mud stomped, right? You're gonna get your junk handed to you, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be like, man, I'm so frustrated. I'm gonna go buy me a couple of star cards. I'm only gonna spend $10, see if I get lucky. Next thing you know, you're gonna get that cool star card. Well, I'm gonna spend $10 more. That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you hooked. I'm not happy about this at all, guys. This sucks, man. This is the most aggressive I've ever seen a game get. That's $60. I mean, I could be wrong, but this is absolutely the mobile version, right, of microtransactions, the most aggressive you can get, pay to win, right? And the game is not free. The game is $60. And I'm telling you, if we don't crack down on this stuff, guys, every game is going to end up being just like this. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, all I ask is that you consider supporting my work over on Patreon. Currently, I don't run any ads on my videos, so the only way that I can earn any revenue on this platform is through crowdfunding. So any help you can throw my way would be greatly appreciated. For more information, you can click the box on the left-hand side of the screen, or to be the first link in the description below. Thank you.